What's up, guys? I'm Cyantrell, and this is Minecraft. I'm in a brand new room that we just built. Last episode, you got to see me build the furnace array with the bamboo farms. Well, this episode, you get to see it actually finished. I tried to keep it a pretty similar vibe to what we have going on over there, just a little different. This is actually the first time that I've had it run since I built all of this, so I'm super excited to see how it goes. I'm just gonna throw some potatoes in there, and we're gonna get to see all these furnaces light up. Oh, it looks so good. What? Maybe the furnace array wasn't all the way done. Well, this is gonna be a lot more difficult now that I've got all this prettifying done. Oh, it appears that some copper made its way into the system. Whoops. There we go. I hope you guys like it, and I hope it's not too dark. I know YouTube compression sometimes darkens it a little bit, but I wanted to kind of keep the light coming from the center and have everything else be a little bit in shadow as much as possible. But all in all, I'm really proud of this. All right, let's go ahead and get this started. We're going to be working on the battle arena today, and first things first, we need to surround the arena in a bunch of stairs that have been waterlogged. Again, we're just trying to keep it as explosion-proof as possible. Next, we're going to be digging out a lovely little pattern in the center that is going to be really reminiscent of what we did in our storage building. I'm going to be continuing this copper all the way through to kind of tie it in with the elven theme. After that, we're going to replace all of this with some stone brick slabs that have been waterlogged, using regular stone slabs as weathering. The goal is to try to make this look aged, but not dilapidated. And then we have to, again, be careful to make sure that all of these are waterlogged slabs. And you now get to see me completely fail at the fun part. I did not think making these stupid waterlogged boulders was going to be this difficult, but we got it done here in the end. It definitely took longer than I thought it would. I'm doing my best to try to get this variance in height, so that way it's a little bit interesting to traverse. So my idea here is that maybe there was a group of TNT that was set off and exploded, and now this intersection in the middle is just charred and really dark and weathered. And lastly, we get to the easy part. We did a layer of copper over top of the black stone and these frog lights, and we get to finish it off with just some snow for the walls. I think this was probably the easiest part to do, but it was honestly rewarding and a lot of fun. And with that, we have this whole thing built. Well, we have most of it. It's getting dark. Hang on. And with that, we have most of this thing built. I do not have a way down yet. That's what in here's for. This is going to be the quote-unquote changing room and getting everything ready, but for now, it's just a big 3x3 hallway. But if I come up here, you guys would make excellent PvP targets. I am really bad at this game. I have the majority of the arena ready, and it is 100% blast proof. So I'm gonna need to... Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna use this thing for its intended purpose as I test this out and show you. I don't have a flint and steel. Hang on. Okay, there we go. Like it tweren't nothing. Ignore the arrow. It is completely blast proof. There's nothing... I didn't think about the fact that I had shulker boxes and a barrel in here. It's mostly blast proof. Once I remove the shulker box and the barrel, it will be blast proof. But it's a very, very simple arena. It's not designed to be much. It's just kind of like a proof of a concept, really. If it ends up being fun, I'll make it again or I'll improve it. But I really just wanted to get this thing ready so that way it could be in use. I still have to build the glass dome, but I'm not quite sure how I want that to look yet. So I figured I would just build the bottom half. That way it's usable. At the very least, it's a PvP arena. but eventually it'll be a PvE arena. I want to have 2 entrances. I want to have this one right here, and that one over there, and where the snow is. The idea is both of those will go to the top, and you can use it as a PvP arena. And then these here will be 2 of the drop-offs for the enemies, and I kind of want to set it up to be in waves, but we will see if I can figure out a way to do that well. I understand redstone. Sure. I think this is about all I can really do today. If anybody wants to use it, they're welcome to. For now, I need to find a cow. I have to go back to spawn, and I don't want to start a raid. So, Turtle Tech has been busy and is creating a bit of an iron golem situation. I would be upset, but this guy's taking damage, so I assume that means he's keeping spawn safe. Good work. Someone's been in here. Oh. Roses are red, and so is the man of spooters. Have fun. What? I'll deal with that next episode. So let me clear off some of these trees, because I think this is going to be the perfect place to build what I'm planning. I'm picking this location because I like how close it is to Pumpkin Princess's shop over there, but also how close it is to my shop. I'm not really going to explain this build yet. I think I'm going to wait until after we build it, because it's really not going to make a ton of sense until you see the final thing. The shop is done. It's going to look a little bit differently than it did in the time-lapse, but I built the whole thing, and we have this lovely little tower. I got my inspiration from this from Tangled. Full disclosure, I hope it looks like it. The time-lapse took me enough time that I had time to get this whole enchanted forest grown. It's not like this used over a stack and a half of bone blocks, but it's built. It's gonna be a little bit confusing of a shop, but I brought some signs with me, and we will stick this right here. You can't stick it on a... What? I learned that new. Apparently you can't stick hanging signs on a wall. I guess it has to be a full block, which does make sense. It's just a little bit sad because I wanted it right here. But we'll just do this. Just put that here. Replace it with that. Blah. The name of the shop is Rent a Princess. I have not really done much since I was forced to wear this skin, so I figured now's a good time to actually build something in the style of the way that I'm dressed. I haven't really put anything into that. Most of the princess stuff that's been on me has been placed by Pumpkin Princess. The idea behind the shop is you come in here and you get a little IOU service. Since I'm not actually, hang on a second. The diamond block is here for a reason, as well as some other things. I've put a lot of pots. I asked the people on the server what they thought would be good items, like the things that they need. So I'm collecting some of them and I'm putting them on display in here so that way they can see that I'll get stuff for them. Basically, this is a get 'em and fetch kind of a store. They have something they need done, whether it's I need this item, I need this redstone, something. They contact me and I get it for them. When you eat a bottle, hang on a second. When you eat a bottle, I will be teleported here, so it's very important that you only use this shop when I'm online. I built a little ender pearl stasis chamber. And I hooked it up to a calibrated skulk sensor that is set up to only be whenever you eat. So, whenever someone eats down there, this trapdoor closes and I am teleported up here. Now, I'm not allowed to wear armor. I always have open armor slots, with the exception of my head and electro wings. So, when I'm teleported up here, I fall down the hole. Hang on, we're just, one second. I hop down here, push this button, and then the armor is dispensed onto me, and I'm good to go. This will be the only time I'm allowed to wear armor, and when I'm wearing armor, that means I am on the job. And you'll notice this armor is Curse of Binding, so I literally can't take it off, meaning when it's on, it's on. I hid this build behind a bunch of trees because the thought was this is like the enchanted princess tower in the woods. So this forest has at least one of every type of tree, but obviously there are more than just one because there's a bunch of trees. Welcome to Rent a Princess. Please come inside and have a cup of tea. Your princess will be with you shortly. We're going to be using honey bottles for tea since tea obviously isn't in the game. But the other reason for using honey is even if you are full on saturation, you can still eat a bottle of honey. So, that means there's always room for more tea, so you can always use the shop. I have to go to the Nether. I have to go to the Nether because I was requested to get ancient debris, so that means you guys get to see my... I hate to call it my mine? My, like, explosive blast chamber? That is what I farm my ancient debris from. This is my personal pain. As you can see, I've done a lot of netherite mining. I think I've had to replace my armor, like, 5 times this world? And having to replace all of your armor and tools takes an excessive amount of netherite. Leather armor does not go as far as I thought it did. Anywho, I need to get digging. I typically use TNT for this, but I think I'm just gonna dig it out with a pickaxe. I'm only going for one, so I'll probably just speed it up and then I'll bring you back in whenever it's done. Oh, finally! Never again. I am never doing this again without TNT. Unless I am specifically being paid to not use TNT, I am using TNT. Now that I've got the cinnamon roll, I can place it in here as decoration. Because that's literally all it was. Really expensive decoration. The most fun part about this is that there's no real set price for everything. It really comes down to more how much are you willing to pay, like how much is this thing worth it to you? I really think this shop is going to end up being used mostly for like, oh, I don't want to mass collect all these resources. I don't want to build this farm. I need help with redstone. Probably the redstone. That's probably the main one. And the beautiful thing about all these payments is that all of these diamonds are not going to me. No. All of these diamonds are going to the Princess Alliance. I have done nothing, but I have now, and I have contributed now. Mostly. Somewhat. I still have to build the vault for it, but, you know, we have income. But anyways, guys, I think that's going to have to do it for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to see you all next time. See ya!